So I think what prompted me to do this video on aging is this guy right here, Smokey Robinson. How old is this guy? I did a Google, I think 78 years old, looking like this here. I mean, look at this. I seen him in that recent Aretha Franklin tribute, and the way he moves is not a 78-year-old man. I mean, he moves really good. Usually you got arthritis, you got bad knees. You know, it's possible that he could have had some knee transplants and maybe a hip, throw a hip up in there. But his whole character, he looks to be at least in his early 50s. I mean, look at this guy. I mean, I thought Smokey Robinson would have passed a long time ago, but he's still with us. Let me go back out here. Another person that boggles my mind is Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman is old as dirt. I mean, he can't even believe it himself, but he looks great. I mean, he's got good skin. And you notice that you don't hear any of these celebrities having any like medical conditions or diseases. Very rarely do you hear that. I mean, he looks really spry right here. So we want to ask ourselves, you know, what could possibly, I mean, on the masses, a lot of us got a lot of sicknesses and diseases. I used to work in the healthcare industry, and I worked in a call center, and I would take call after call after call of customers wanting their medications, and it was for mainly diabetes. There's a lot of cancer, but diabetes was really big. Everybody needing their different types of insulins, you know, but how are these celebrities getting past? If they do publicize that they have health issues, I don't believe it. Another person is Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter is supposed to be 93. I thought he died. I had to double check. I thought he died years ago. But Jimmy Carter is still around. I mean, look how great he looks for his age. 93 years old, and he moves around. He's still taking flights across the country and going out of the country. Jimmy Carter is another person. I wonder, how is it that this man is still kicking? I thought he would have kicked the bucket by now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what they're actually doing to live as long as possible. I mean, the Bible talks about the drinking of blood. And that's what these celebrities are doing. And I'm going to prove it, and I'm going to show you in this video. I mean, if you remember, when the Most High first created humans, we were perfect, meaning that we would have never died. We were immortal. And if we didn't have immortality, there's a difference. But we were mortal. We had a chance of living forever without dying, right? And the reason why we die now is we all know Adam and Eve sinned. So what was keeping us from not dying? The Most High's Holy Spirit was removed from this earth and from humans. When I say earth, that's why we now have calamities and natural catastrophes. A lot of the catastrophes are man-made. They know how to manipulate the weather and things like that. But the Most High has removed himself because he is allowing Satan to rule. And he's proving his point that Satan can't keep us alive. So, but there is things that they do to keep alive as long as they can, and that's the drinking of blood. So we're going to go right into this video. Let's see here. And the video is going to show basically how they do it. Let's go.
So we've been shooting these videos for a couple of months now, and I don't know if you've noticed, but my skin is pretty much flawless. I mean, look at this glow. I'm just radiant, aren't I? And you want to know what my secret is? It's my young blood. And old people, they're after it.
Did you hear that? So he's speaking truth. It's his young blood. And that's why he looks so good. And older people are after it. Let's go.
Oh, God. Our society is obsessed with being young. You've got anti-aging supplements, fasting diets, wrinkle creams, facelifts, laser treatments, Botox, and the latest weapon in the fight against aging is teen blood. The idea is simple. You inject...
Did you hear that? Teen blood. So he's going to show you. Let's go.
Old people with blood from young people. It may sound crazy, but it's HBO satirical comedy. So look, teen blood. The idea is simple. You inject old people with blood from young people. It may sound crazy, but it's actually happening. And it's even getting...
There it is, folks. There it is. Truth in plain sight. On this video on YouTube I found. That's how they keeping the old from dying so fast. They're injecting them with teenage blood. Teenage blood's got to be the most powerful, strongest point in our life. That's when we're thriving the best, is at our teenage years. Let's go.
Enough traction to get mocked on HBO satirical comedy? Silicon Valley.
This person your assistant? No, of course not. He's my transfusion associate.
Which is?
Are you really not familiar with parabiosis?
Can't say that I am.
Well, the science is actually pretty fascinating.
But is the science around this really legit? So the idea that young blood might help reduce the signs of aging isn't totally out of left field. A lot of research comes from parabiosis studies. This is a super old technique that involves sewing two animals together so that they share.
Do your research on that right there. So Google that. I'm going to leave it up for a few seconds for you to write it down. Okay.
Blood. I'm going to just take a moment and pause to let that image sink in of two rats connected at the hip. Rats have hips, right? All right, now back in 1956, researchers paired old rats with young ones to study aging. And it was pretty messy to say the least.
Did you hear how far back? 1956. So they've been doing this for quite a long time. Why you think Queen Elizabeth is living as long as that lady? Got to be at least 200 years old. She probably drink baby blood.
Some of the rat pairings didn't get along and bit each other's faces off. Some pairs just randomly died. But for those that did survive, researchers did find some anti-aging benefits. Basically, the bone density of the old rats started matching the bone densities of the young ones. Okay, so parabiosis studies have come a long way since then, both in terms of technique and what we know about blood and aging. Studies in the 70s showed that older mice paired with younger mice ended up living longer than the controlled groups. Now,
that's some sick crap. So they were actually sewing mice with rats, putting their blood together and actually sewing them together as an experiment. What they found that the mice blood was actually strengthening the bone of the rat when they infused that mice blood with the rat blood. It took over and made that rat bone density stronger. So you think if you put teenage blood with older human blood, that's why Morgan Freeman and Smokey Robinson can jump around like they can. I mean, this is an amazing video that they're putting out in the public so you can understand, but they're not publicizing this. They're not promoting it, in other words.
Fast forward to the 2000s, where some parabiosis studies have shown that blood from young mice improves liver and muscle cells in aging mice. It also restored damaged spinal cords, formed new neurons in the brain, and reversed thickening of heart walls. That's pretty cool, right? So all this indicates that young blood does have some anti-aging benefits.
Not some, a lot. And, the Bible speaks of not drinking of blood. We don't want to go against what the Most High has put in order. Drinking of blood or blood transfusions, you're taking someone that blood is part of another human soul. So make your moral decision, but morally clean, it's not clean enough to drink blood of someone else, or even to take your blood out and put it back into yourself. It's not clean when you are in the midst of a lot. So there's that. That proves why Smokey Robinson and a lot of other Christians are not involved This video I found very interesting. Let's look at it.
Landmark birthday. Obviously, what are we doing here today? I'm about to transform into an 80-year-old. I recently turned 30 early this year. Most people wouldn't assume that because of my boyish good looks. It's like a landmark birthday. Obviously, it gets me thinking about...
Did you catch something? Who does this guy look like? Let's go back.
Growing older. Most people wouldn't assume that because of my boyish good looks. It's like a landmark birthday.
Who does that look like? That's why I had these pictures out. You probably saw of Paul Walker. It looks like Paul Walker to me wearing a mask. This could actually be Paul Walker that we're looking at in this video. That's Paul Walker there. And then this guy in this video. You see the similarities in the face? So I'm pointing out this video because he's able to transform himself into a 80-year-old man. And it's through makeup and wearing a mask. Let's go.
Landmark birthday. Obviously, it gets me thinking about growing older. I never want to grow up. Peter Pan is my favorite story of all time. So I am doing the exact thing that I've been running from my entire life, at least physically today. I think the maturity will come later in life. Oh, God. Holy shit. Oh, my God. What the fuck?
Sorry about the obscenity. That is basically how they're manipulating getting old, is the drinking of blood. And they also use, they wear masks out here to deceive us as well. And they can use that in many objectives and agendas. So just wanted to give y'all a little insight on how the manipulation is taking place. Hope you enjoyed it. More videos to come. Y'all have a good one. Jay Chitown.